In this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps to creating camera views and saving them to your file. So let's turn on the spotlight here. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is creating four named views. We're going to create four named views. One from the south looking north, one from the east looking west, one from the north looking south, and one from the west looking east. Now, if you recall, when we're working with one-point perspectives, we need to be, the camera view, the line of sight needs to be perpendicular to the dominant planes of the view. So we're going to use coordinate points to establish where these cameras are to ensure that we have true one-point perspectives. Okay, so first thing you want to do is click in the perspective view and then go to the Set View tab here and right-click on this tool right here to place the camera on the target. If you left-click, you're only going to be able to place the target. So you want to right-click, and it's going to ask me for the new camera location. Okay, so we want it to be exactly in the middle down here, looking up. So I need to make sure my cursor is over here, and I need to, I can verify that it's in the proper view if I see that it's blue here. So my coordinate points are going to be 96 feet in the X direction. See, is it typing here? 96 feet. Oops. Okay. Let's do this again. Right click, and our view is in the perspective. And now we can start inputting the coordinate points. 96 feet, comma, it's at 0 on the y-axis, and we're going to set our eye height at 5 feet above the plane. And then our second one is going to be on the opposite side, on the north side. So our x is also going to be 96 feet, comma, our y will be 96 feet, and we have the same height for the target. Now keep in mind that this target position is actually in the ground mass, but it doesn't really matter. We're just trying to establish these axes. Okay, now you should see in the perspective viewport that this new view with the new settings is set up. The next thing to do is to save it. So I'm going to type in named view, and in this window I'll click on save here, and I will give it a name, view from south. Okay, so now we can proceed with making the other views, and it's the same process. You set the camera and the target location using coordinate points, and then you save that view once you see it here in the perspective view. So I'll go back up to right click here, and now I'm going to work on the east, the view from the east. So let's do that again. Right click here. My coordinate points are 192 feet. Remember, we're all the way to the right side of the base, comma, 48 feet is our Y, and 5 feet is the Z. The target is going to be 0 feet on the x-axis, 48, same on the y, and 5 feet, the same on the z. Press enter. So now I have a preview of that, and same thing with my named views. Name this view, view from east. Okay, and I'll go and do the north next. Now keep in mind that we have this 5 foot, or not 5 feet, 10 foot drop here. So we're going to need to set the height for the camera and the target 5 feet above this upper level. So I'll go ahead and right click here. These coordinate points are going to be 96 feet, comma, 96 feet, comma, 15 feet, 10 plus 5. And then I'm going to have 96 feet, and this is looking towards the south, comma, 0 feet, comma, and it still has to be that same high point, again, to generate that 1-point perspective view. Press enter. Right, there's my preview there. Don't worry too much about the planes. You're welcome to move them around if you'd like to kind of adjust the composition, but we will be making more changes to these. So it's not absolutely critical that you do that now. View from north. Okay. You know, and you can see that these views are now saved in the file, so I can always go back to them if I need to. Right, one more. We're going to do the one from the west. Right click. Coordinate points for this are 0 feet for the X, 48 for the Y, 5 for the Z. And for the target, we've got 192 feet for the X, 48 for the Y, 5 for the Z. Enter. Okay, and we'll save this last view, view from west. Okay, right, so with the named views, I can, you know, I can go to another one of them, like if I want to go back to, let's say the one from the east, and it will update the viewport to that named view. Okay, that's it for setting up your camera positions. Now, the last step to this would be to name or to set all of these viewports so you can make a screenshot. So I'm going to go over here to this one. Actually, I'm not sure why that says view from south. You may have to adjust that. This one is going to be the view from the north. So let's find that in our named views. Top one is the view from south. Okay, and you can change these all to rendered. Okay, the one on the right, this one will remain the view from the east. The one down here, this is going to be the view from the west. I'll find that in my list here. Change that to a rendered view. And for the one on the bottom, that's going to be the view from the south. So I hope I did that correctly. Oops. This one here is the view from the west. This one is the view from the south. And I'll change that to rendered as well, okay? So again, I've got north, east, west, south. And, you know, if I move some of these planes in these views, I should see them update in all of the viewports. And that's it.